See, I must remind people, many people probably don't know this about Jason, but he was the one that initiated the divorce. I know looking in and listening to the podcast, you would think it's definitely his ex-wife that left him. And
I heard you're getting a therapist. Is that true?
I wanted to get a therapist, but like I really want to get a therapist, but they all fucking want to do it on Zoom, which is like I really don't. I understand it's a fucking pandemic, but like I really don't trust a therapist on Zoom.
Oh, you mean like you think there's somebody in the room with them, like laughing
yeah,
at you?
like I would assume a lot of therapists also have kids.
Yeah.
And like I know it's the rule for a therapist, and they would lose their license if they like talk about who their patients or whatever, who their people are, clients. I shouldn't say patients, but who their clients are. But I just always feel like especially with Zoom, like there's always a kid that's going to be listening next door or something, or the video's being recorded. I don't know. I just want to do it in person.
I get that.
If I'm going to do therapist stuff.
It's great. So it's just another.
Or maybe I'll just have them wear headphones. Maybe I'll just be like, just put on headphones.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
Or you could use it as an excuse to still stay the way you are.
Right. Yeah. I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to be slumping around for a while longer. What's a therapist like?
It's daunting because the minute you start, you realize how fucked you are.
Really?
Yeah.
And does it take a moment for you to like for you to open up? Like, did it take you a moment?
Yeah, it takes me. I would lie for a long time
yeah,
to the therapist, like a few sessions.
Yeah, what would you say?
I'm happy. I love her.
I'm happy. I love her.
Yeah, like.
And then would he unpack it? Would he be like, "Do you really love her?"
The thing is, a therapist has seen a guy like me 50,000 times. Okay. So he knows exactly what's going on, or he or she. I had a male therapist and I had a female therapist. They both could read me the minute I walked in the room. I mean,
you need a divorce. Oh, whoa. Hi, I'm Jason.
That's basically what happened. The female therapist that I ended up with at one point just sat me down after being with her for a year, and she just said, "Jason, are you ready to leave?"
Are they allowed to like sway your opinion on things? Like, are they allowed to talk you into a divorce?
She had listened to me complain for a year and basically said, she's like, "Are you strong enough to leave?" And I said, like she fucking caught me off guard. Like that was in the first minute of that session. Like I was like, She was like, "If you're not strong enough, that's okay. You can stay." That
sounds kind of manipulative.
Well,
are you powerful enough to leave, Jason?
I mean,
are you man enough to back out of this relationship, or are you a pussy?
It's what I needed to hear.
Right.
Because
and that's what started the divorce.
Yeah.
See, I must remind people, many people probably don't know this about Jason, but he was the one that initiated the divorce. I know looking in and listening to the podcast, you would think it's definitely his ex-wife that left him. And this, every time you bring it up, like even just now, I'm like, I had to remind myself, I was like, oh yeah, Jason was the one that ended things, which is crazy. They can't tell anybody about anything? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, they're not supposed to say anything.
But except when you're about to hurt yourself or hurt others. Is that when they're allowed to? Like when?
I think so, yeah.
Or they're like, did she give you the guidelines before?
No.
Okay, so there's no like, I cannot say anything. There's not like a Miranda rights speech. No. Like, I am your therapist, and I will be silent, and I will be vowed to you, and I will protect your secrets at all costs, unless you plan to harm a child. And then the room gets really dark and red. No, it's not how it works.
No. You know what's really funny is we had a therapist that everybody went to. Yeah. So I could imagine that woman knew the gossip amongst.
Okay, that's what I'm scared.
Imagine like you, Zane, Heath, Todd and Scott and me all went to the same therapist.
Right. So
and like one day you're like, Scott's bitching about you. And then the next day I'm bitching about Scott. Like that's what this therapist was. It was so funny.
Okay, but at that point she has to start taking sides, right? And doesn't that like interfere with like how she's trying to talk to people?
It could interfere.
I would never do that.
I told you the story by the therapist that railroaded Marnie, right? I've told you that, right?
Yeah, wait, what happened again?
I just like this was the first time I went to this guy, and I would just complain about Marnie for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then he's like, well, do you think it's might be a good idea to have Marnie come in for a session? Maybe we can work through it. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. So I talked to Marnie. It was Marnie's idea that I go to therapy, and I was like, yeah, it's going really well, and now we're ready for you to come in. And she was like, great, I'm so glad this is working out, blah, blah, blah. And then Marnie got in there and he just fucking attacked her.
Oh, no.
He attacked her. He was like, he wants to be able to have some freedom and you can't seem to do that. And it's a one-sided thing. And Marnie was like, even I was like, whoa, like this is fucked up.
Right.
So that I was bitching for months to this guy. And then he fucking went after her.
What did she say when you guys left?
We left and she was like, that was fucked up. He like came after me. And I was like, that was fucked up for sure.
That's funny.
Pretty funny.
Did you just disconnect the mic? Bro, Jason's fucking fidgeting here and he just disconnected the mic cord.
I'm so
like
excited.
as like a fidget.
I'm so excited I get to talk to you because I never get to see you.